Welcome to CyberCEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. CyberCEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. All right, another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. We're back with another episode of CyberCEO. And of course, we are very lucky to have a very special guest on the show right now. Matt, how are you doing today?
Solid. Yeah. Yourself? Thanks.
Doing great. Thank you very much for asking. And of course, giving us your time. We know you're very busy, so we appreciate you being on the show. Now, to start things off, we have a lot of listeners who are also business owners just like yourself. Now, can you introduce yourself to our audience? Maybe let's start off with what is your role in the business, Matt?
My name's Matt Reyes. I'm a team leader. I've been doing this. I've been in leadership at CyberCEO for about 4.5 years. And my entire real estate career, the last 7.5, has been all with CyberCEO.
Oh, so 7 years in the business. But also, I know for a fact that you do have your own cyberbacker supporting you, right?
Yes, sir. I've had a cyberbacker for the last 3 months.
3 months now. Before you had your own cyberbacker supporting you, did you have experience working with other remote team members?
No, I haven't used one prior.
Okay, so no prior experience. Let me ask then, how's it going so far with your cyberbacker, Roel?
Yeah, Roel's been great. I mean, he's definitely saved me a lot of time. He's been able to just streamline the people I call, been able to filter lists, with those two things alone, with the filtering of lists and streamlining of a specific script, calling to an event that I'm setting up, that has saved so much time for me, allowing me to do more agent relations with agents that are inside the office. So it's been really great.
All right, this is very good to hear, especially it saves you time. Now, let's talk about Roel real quick here. What can you tell me about him? Let's say personality-wise.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. I mean, he definitely really he makes an effort to exceed expectations. He's very communicative with what he's doing. He lets me know when he's arrived or he's logged into his Zoom. He lets me know the number of calls that he's made, the number of appointments. Granted, that's what he's supposed to do, but it's a level of communication that, I haven't really seen often. And so, especially from somebody virtually, I think it really helps to have that level of constant communication, whether it's, hey, Matt, I only have 100 numbers left on this list, or, hey, Matt, I was able to set 2 appointments. Make sure you confirm them. I'm logging out for the day. So that level of communication, it's makes it seem like this virtual person is not virtual at all because of the level of communication.
Yes, that is very true. Now, of course, since this is a virtual partnership, the communication is very, very important. Of course, you have to get on the same page all of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, aside from communication, what makes this type of a virtual relationship work? What makes it a successful partnership?
Aside from the communication, I think what makes it successful is what you're subscribing to this service for, right? Which is setting appointments, because that is what, as a team leader, I want to get back, right? So I'm hiring Roel so he can help me set those appointments, and not only set the appointments, but facilitate the communication up until the meeting. And that is exactly what I'm saying. Hey, Roel, I'm hiring you to do this. And if he's doing that consistently, then that's a successful partnership, because again, that's what you're saying. Hey, I need this service for. So as long as that continues to happen, then yes, it is a successful partnership and relationship.
All right, that is awesome news. Now, you also mentioned earlier that he really saves you time. How much time has he saved you ever since he started working with you in the team?
Oh my gosh, to quantify that is something I haven't had a chance to even do. But what I would say, he's definitely given me back at least, an hour to 2 hours, of my day. But what's great is he's using his workday to do what I couldn't even do in the 2 hours, because like I said, I would have to find the list, filter the list, create the script, along with creating the events that I'm, recruiting to. And then not only that, once I set the meeting, I'm going to have to do the follow up. But he's doing all those things that I'm trying to squeeze into like this, 1.5, 2 hour, potentially 3 hour window of time, and then fit in all the other team leader things. For example, I'm working on my ALC Agent Leadership Council retreat that I'm hosting tomorrow. So I'm working on that today. But while I'm working on that, he's making calls and he's reaching out to people that are looking for opportunities to partner with Keller Williams. And that is awesome. So again, to quantify it would be really hard because my 2 hours, if I gave Roel 2 hours, he's doing more effective stuff with his, because sometimes as a team leader, you can get a little sidetracked within your 2 hour window or whatever it may be that you're allocating for call time or lead gen time for, R2 appointments or experienced agent conversations. There's a little bit of mental space that you're thinking about, okay, after this 2 hours, I need to make sure I do X, Y, and Z while you're in your lead gen time. So again, it's really hard to quantify that. But again, I think it's exponentially more productive when he's using 2 hours to do what I would do in 2 hours.
I would 100% agree with you there. The thinking time of you, hey, I still got to do this after what I'm doing right now, after the lead gen. But now your Cyberbacker's lead genning for you, Roel, right? That's the main thing that he does.
Yep.
Now, you already mentioned the things that he is currently doing for you and the team. What I'd like to know more of is what are some of the new things, the new tasks that you're considering to have him do in the future for the business?
Well, some of the things that would be a new thing, a new initiative that just really started in the last week is Keller Williams launched what's called 𝗙𝗂, Keller Williams School of Real Estate. And that has generated so much buzz, so much attention, and many people are reaching out before I even had the opportunity to share that with them. So there's this influx of calls or emails, texts, and I'm unable to get to them all because there's already certain things that are planned out in the day, but these people still need to be addressed, talked to, touched. And so what I'm doing is I'm forwarding the information, that contact information over to Roel. And I've created, some template emails and scripts to plug them into specific Zoom times just for this 𝗙𝗂 conversation, because it is a very templated conversation. I'm telling them about the Keller Williams School of Real Estate opportunity and how we can, save them money with their real estate credit hours to satisfy the Texas Real Estate Commission requirement to take the exam and become licensed agents with the best brokerage in the world, Keller Williams, and then of course joining us, Keller Williams Northeast. So that conversation, I send the information over to Roel. He is that next step once communication is made, or once they make communication to the office, and it's specifically about 𝗙𝗂. If I know that, I send him the information. And then, he does the rest and plugs them into a Zoom time that is most best for them.
So you can meet them as well and talk to them about Keller Williams. Is that right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So more things for him to do, more opportunities to grow. Now, of course, when it comes to growth, there could be challenges in this kind of a partnership. So my next question is something related to that. What have been some of the challenges or opportunities for growth that you've had working with Cyberbacker?
Sometimes it's me needing to work a little faster when he's setting appointments or going through some call lists. Sometimes sometimes I've sent over a specific list for certain things that I'm recruiting to that I want to go to a certain agent roster, and it's being fast enough to respond to his questions. Sometimes, there's certain questions within my calendar because he has access to my calendar. There's certain questions within my calendar that sometimes that I need to get to faster to confirm that meeting time. And of course, speed to the lead is super important. So that's one area of improvement that I need to make is when he's reaching out to me saying, hey, Matt, can you confirm this time? I'm not sure if that's an event you need to be at or it's just an event you want on your calendar to be aware of. And so those distinctions are really important so that he can set that appointment and, get them in the system, get them joining KW.
Yes, definitely. Of course, especially the calendar. It's very, very important, especially if your role in the leadership role. Your calendar is very, very important just for you to see what's going to happen for the day, for the week, and for the month. Now, one last question for you, Matt. What advice would you be able to give other business owners just like yourself when they're hiring their very first Cyberbacker?
Oh, wow. I would encourage them to really think through the amount of time. So again, if they think they're effective with their 2 hours, as you know, and I've referenced 2 hours because that's a pretty standard time most make an effort to meet, is that 1 to 2 hour window. It's pretty tough squeezing out 2 hours of constant lead gen. But that's the thing, right? Is in your 2 hour window of lead generation, if you leverage that to somebody who can do that all day, and likely more effective than you, and not only that, it's also the time that you're saving to then go and do something else that's either agent retention specific or other areas of improvement for your leadership in the market center. So those things that I would consider is just it's just that opportunity to be more have a better improvement with that time allotment, right? So that's what I would say.
Especially the time. Again, in the real estate world, everything comes just so fast, right? Anything could change at a snap of a finger. Don't you agree?
Yeah. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Now, one last thing. I know that Ruel is listening to us right now. Would you want to give him a quick shout out or any message you'd like to share on the show to him?
Hey, Roel, I really appreciate you taking the time to do what you're doing for our office. And I really couldn't be as effective in my role currently without you. So I really appreciate everything you've been doing. Thank you for being consistent. Thank you for having an awesome just joy about you. Honored to be in business with you.
Now, we are very excited to see where this partnership between you and your Cyberbacker would be in the next few months and the years to come. Thank you very much for being on the show today.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of Cyber CEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.